City College.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Baruch doubleheader live on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats. Alongside Joe Stozer, I'm Dave Just. And Joe, we're about a nice minute away from tip-off here of a nice conference matchup between our Bearcats versus the City College Beavers.
Yeah, Dave, good evening. Still chilly out there, but, you know, here in New York, always looking for it to heat up if you're a Baruch Bearcat fan. City College comes in at 6-5 in CUNY, 12-7 overall. The Bearcats 4-6 in CUNY, 4-11 overall. Of course, the Bearcats are led by Shannon Barrett, 17.6 points a game. Rebounds 10.9. Daniela Arias 4.1 in the assist column, and the all-everything player, freshman Melinda Spayu, 3.1 steals per game. CCNY is led by Ashley Brooks, 12.2 points per game.
So a great opportunity for the Baruch Bearcats to take a win over this team that's right above them in the CUNYAC standings, City College. We'll be right back with your starting lineups after our national anthem.
CCNY and your College Bearcats. At this time, we ask you all to please rise to honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And now your starting lineups. First, for the City College Beavers, starting at guard, number 4, Madison LaSalle. Starting at the other guard, number 20, Elizabeth Zulo. Starting at the third guard, number 30, Deborah Chan. And at the forwards, number 15, Ashley Brooks Jr. And also Erica Redmond from Flushing High School out of Queens, New York. And for your Baruch Bearcats, also going 3 guards, 2 forwards. Starting at the guard, number 14, Daniela Arias. At the other guard, number 15, Melinda Spayu. Number 20, Samira Ahmed. And for the forwards for your Bearcats, number 34, Lisette DeBoard, and number 31, Captain Shannon Barrett. And right now, Baruch tightly holding on to that last seed for the CUNYAC tournament. And, you know, we talked about it a little bit early in the season, Joe, but now it's really crunch time in order to really find your seeding going into the tournament.
Yeah, Dave, the freshmen are veterans now. Spayu, DeBoard, they are veterans. So really now, all it's behind. It's today in the present, and I really look for a good effort from Baruch because, again, they're coached superbly by Kelly Barrett and her staff, and it all starts on the defensive end. Everything is dictated. You know, quick hands by Arias, Spayu, quick hands. And I love Arias and Spayu up top, Dave. That's something that I'm really a fan of because that's 4 quick hands and 4 quick feet. And that really will dictate. The inside play has to get really tighter. Don't give up layups. And, of course, do not turn the ball over to hurt yourself.
Currently, Baruch only a game and a half over York College right now in the CUNYAC standings, holding on to that 6th and final spot for the CUNYAC tournament. So we're moments away from tip-off here at the Arc Arena on the campus of Baruch College. City College tonight in their black road uniforms, white letters, and Baruch once again in their home whites, light blue trim. So As we get it underway, Joe, how important it is for Baruch to get it off on a hot start.
Yeah, it's always very important. Nice little crowd. Shout out to the crowd for coming out in the cold again. But, yeah, it's very important because it's all auditioning for down the road. You get a lead. How do you hold on to the lead? How do you hold your poise?
And it's going to be Ashley Brooks and Shannon Barrett on the tip. And Brooks wins the tip. However, it's going to be a loose ball, and it's going to be Lisette the board, and Deborah Chan fighting for it. Turns to a jump ball, and it'll stay with City. Oh, there'll be a re-jump here in the middle of the court.
The board always hustling.
And the second tip, a little cleaner than the first as City College set up with it. Elizabeth Zulo has it now. Gives it off to Chan, who's going to drive against Spyu. Nice floater there by Deborah Chan. Quickly gets City College off the board 15 seconds in.
That was just a good shot, Dave.
Spyu now inside to the board. Kind of gets crowded there with Spyu coming to attack the basket. Now Shannon Barrett, left wing three, able to knock it down on a quick start here for both teams in the early going.
Dave, it's very important that Arias is up top because she really moves the ball well, and we want to see Barrett coming in rhythm on the wing.
Chan has it now to his three-pointer by Zulo off back rim. It looked like it might have hit the stanchion, but ball will continue to stay in motion as Shannon Barrett brings in the front court for Baruch. Gives it off to Melinda Spyu, up top to Arias. Arias over to Barrett. Back to Arias now, drives, gives it off to Ahmed. Jumper a little too strong off back rim. Rebound fall for. Barrett comes away with it, though. Nice hustle there by Shannon Barrett.
It's important that Ahmed get off to a good start.
Nice move there by Arias with the right hand, unable to finish, though. And City College will bring it into the front court.
Arias is great at getting to the basket, but she has to finish.
Chan has it now, right wing, takes the pick from number 33, Redwood. And the entry pass trying to find Redwood by Brooks is intercepted. Now Arias ahead of the pack, able to get the pass by Shannon Barrett. And Shannon Barrett off to a hot start offensively, finding Arias there on the fast break.
A super pass to find a receiver in stride by Barrett.
Brooks has it now for City College. Swung around to Chan up top. Redwood has it left wing. Ball needs to be moved a little bit more by City College as LaSalle has it, gives it inside to Brooks. She turns, free throw line jumper, able to knock it down. Wasn't closed out quick enough there by Shannon Barrett.
Yeah, you got to keep a hand. Brooks is the leading scorer for City College.
And also giving them some size at 5'11", matching the size of Shannon Barrett for Baruch. Now Barrett has it up top, working on Redwood, and she's fouled. It's going to be side out across the gym.
Dave, Baruch is at its best when Arias is at the top because she really whips the ball around. A little different when Barrett is at the top.
And Marion Thopoulos checked into the game as Lisette the board comes to the bench. Danielle Arias has it now up top for Baruch. Bounced around, it's given to Ahmed. Ahmed comes back up top, dangerous pass, almost turned over there, but Spyu quickly to Arias, right wing, able to knock down a three. Nice shot there by Arias.
Good
Make
movement.
it 8-4 with 7:35 remaining here.
Good movement, of course, Arias can make that shot.
Ooh, dangerous pass there. Spyu almost takes it away, but she's actually going to foul. It's going to be on Spyu. She fouls number 15, Ashley Brooks, Jr. from the Bronx.
But, Dave, that's not a bad thing because Spyu is so active that we want her to be active. Of course, not to foul, but she's so active.
And Coach Angeli calling out the plays for the City College Beavers. Jumper there again, Ashley Brooks having some space to work at the free throw line and the elbow, not really closed down. Spyu drives, kicks it out to Arias, right corner. Off front rim, no good. Nice play there by Barrett to attack from the outside, unable to corral the rebound and finish with the left hand.
Barrett took advantage of no box out from City College and got an easy two.
Now Chan has a crossover move, gets across half court, Arias on her. Give it off to number 20, Elizabeth Zulo. Her three, a little long, though, off glass.
Good position by Spyu.
Arias has it now, gives it off to Barrett. Back up to Arias, right wing. Inside to Spyu. Spyu has it at the free throw line, gives it back out to Barrett, left wing. Three-pointer, no good. Zulo comes away with the rebound for City College.
Even though it was a missed shot, good ball movement by Baruch. If you're Coach Barrett, you want to see that. Keep the ball moving.
LaSalle has it, gives it up top to Brooks. Redwood swung around to Zulo. Zulo calling out for a pick, gets it from Redwood. Goes right, uses the pick. Into a double team, though, as Barrett comes away with the block. And now Arias brings it into the front court for Baruch, quickly moving. Spyu has it up top. Marianthopoulos. Nice fake pass there. Gives up to Barrett. Straight away three. No good off left rim. And Brooks comes away with the rebound for City College.
Baruch showing good ball movement early on here, and that's something we have not seen from them.
Now Redwood has it, gives it inside to Brooks. She's working on Barrett. Nice pump fake there by Brooks. Able to finish the up and under. Ashley Brooks this season averaging 12.5 points a game and almost 13 rebounds a game. So a very impressive season from Brooks.
Yeah, she's the go-to person for City College.
Part of the reason City College is 12-7 on the season. Ahmed gets into the paint there. Right hand, no good. Rebounded by Brooks, and Coach Angeli wants the pace to be pushed.
Baruch is getting their shots. They're just not falling. That's happened many times this season, especially in the first half.
Now Chan drives right. Floater off glass and in. Nice play there by Deborah Chan.
Baruch defensively just has to stay in their position, put their hands up.
And a quick pace in the early going of this game as Ahmed gets the ball inside the paint. She drives and is no too many steps. And it'll go back to City College. Costly turnover there in the early going when possessions are scrutinized, especially in a high-scoring game in the early going.
I'd like to see the ball in Arias' hands at the top and let her quarterback the team.
Nice play there by LaSalle, driving past a couple of Bearcats. Her pass, though, finds Deborah Chan up top. Bounce pass into Brooks. She's able to turn again at the free throw line. Now kicks it out to Chan. Straight away three, no good. Rebounded by Arias, and she'll quickly push it into the front court. Over to Barrett now. Barrett's going to drive on Chan. It's going to be an offensive foul. And Coach Shannon Barrett thought that was inside the circle. Two refs assuring her that both feet were outside the circle.
Yeah, that was something to think about. But again, I'm going to emphasize good ball movement to get it to a really good position for Barrett to shoot the ball.
And now Redwood straightaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Ahmed for Baruch. Deborah Chan on her, up top to Shannon Barrett. And around to Arias as she calls out the offense. Spy finds that space again inside the zone. She's able to drive. Right hand, too strong though off the rim. And then she goes ahead and fouls Erica Redwood. And that's going to be the second foul on Spyu, and that might see her to the bench or here in the early going.
Yeah, she was frustrated. She got in but didn't finish.
And now checking into the game, number 4, Emma Price.
Number 4, Emma Price replaces number 15.
Joined the team midway through the season this year. Adds a little bit more depth for Coach Barrett's Bearcats.
Yeah, at a Syosset, Long Island, Syosset High School.
So LaSalle has it now for City College. The Beavers trail by 2 with 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Brooks inside. Her pass almost thrown away, and it is thrown away as LaSalle couldn't save it from going out of bounds. And an unforced error by City College.
Yeah, Baruch was in their defensive positions, and if they stay there, they'll force turnovers.
Now Arias has it up top, gives it off to Ahmed, back up top to Arias, now inside to Barrett. Barrett's able to turn, drives with the left hand, around and out, no good. Rebounded by City College.
Easy, no numbers, pull it out, Maddie!
And Madison LaSalle loses the ball as Arias strips her of it.
Good play by Arias now. She's got a team right behind her.
And a drop pass to Barrett. Unfortunately, Barrett's shot not strong enough this time. And we've seen Baruch a little off in the early going from the field.
Yeah, the story of this first part of the first quarter is Baruch is getting shots, but they're not falling.
Now Chan to inbound for City College. Number 21, Crystal Blair, is checked in for City College, as well as number 13, Emily Aries. Aries has it now, left wing, her three. Way short as Shannon Barrett boxes out and is able to come away with the rebound. Now Aries has it in the front court for Baruch. Gives it off to, thinks about Ahmed's shot. Instead tries to give it back out to Aries, who barely saves it from going back court.
Good play.
And now dangerous pass out by Marianthopoulos, trying to hit a cutting Barrett. That's thrown away, though, as now LaSalle comes into the offensive zone. Half for City College. Her shot is knocked away, though, by Arias. and they'll stay with City College underneath. 25 seconds remaining on the shot clock, 2:49 remaining here in the first.
Yeah, Baruch has got to run some offense.
Harry's trying to inbound it. Nice move there by Crystal Blair. She's going hard with the right hand. The foul's going to be on number 31, Shannon Barrett. Nothing he could do there. Nice post move there by Blair, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, once she got Shannon Barrett turned, it was a tough possession right there.
But Blair off on the first.
12, City, 12. Crystal up.
And Blair for her second opportunity to cut it to a 1-point game here with 2:45 remaining here in the first quarter. And she knocks it down.
Come on, Crystal.
Now Baruch fighting through that full court trap, Ahmed brings it across the timeline though. Gives it off to Arias. And now Arias getting covered there by Aries. Deep three there by Barrett, left wing, able to knock it down. Nice shot there by Shannon Barrett, looking a little inconsistent here in the early portion of the first, but able to knock that one down from deep three.
Baruch will go as Shannon Barrett goes, so that's a good three.
And nice block there by Arias, emphatic, her second block of the first quarter. And able to stop a driving Blair as she gets to the line.
Yeah, Arias, great hands and great feet, and really set the pace for Baruch's defense.
Now Blair gets it in the post off the inbound, and she's blocked there by Marion Thopoulos. Barrett to push, gives it off to Arias, up over to Price, who can't finish with the right hand. Nice transition play there by Baruch.
Great look by Arias to a cutting teammate.
And it's Price trying to make her name on the team. Definitely can't let that get to her head, because her number will definitely be called moving forward.
Well, that's where you need leadership from
41 on defense. 41.
Barrett
Damn, you got.
or even Arias. Say, go over. It's okay. You'll get it next time.
And she's off on the Chan's off on the second, and now Ahmed will quickly push for Baruch, and Baruch's been running all night tonight. Crossover move by Ahmed, gives it to Marion Thopoulos. Now Arias in the corner. She's waiting for the three ball. No good. Rebounded by Ahmed, though. Baruch get a fresh 30. Marion Thopoulos has it up top. Looking for options, and Arias comes in and receives the ball from her. She's covered by Arias up top for City College. Now Price, her three ball's tipped. As Ashley Brooks comes away with the rebound. Chan will bring it into the front court for the Beavers.
Yeah, Price should have done a little ball fake and gone to the basket if she could.
And it looks like the foul underneath is going to be on number 25, Marion Thopoulos, and that'll send Ashley Brooks to the line. Marion Thopoulos is second of the first quarter, and already a couple Bearcats in foul trouble here in the early going.
Yeah, Dave, I think that the scenario is here that Baruch is kind of not so sure of what they want to do, and that's leading to some errant fouls.
As Brooks is off on the second, 13-10, Baruch lead, minute and 23 remaining here in the first. And Brooks able to knock down the second, 13-11, Baruch lead. Arias has the ball.
Okay, Arias just has to slow the pace down and run some plays and get people involved.
She's covered by Arias. Bounce pass outside to Ahmed, right wing. Gives it up top to Arias. She'll drive left side. And one counted and the foul. Nice move there with the left hand off glass. The foul is going to be on number 13, Emily Arias. Knocked her on the side of the head as she went up for the move. And that'll send her to the line for the old school three-point play.
Arias saw the opening, and like a running back, she just saw daylight and went, and it got rewarded to get a free throw.
And nice shot, able to knock down the free throw, Make it a three-point play, 16-11, Baruch lead, coming in on a minute left here in the first. Chan has it up top now for City College, gives it off to Brooks, finds the backdoor cutter in Zulo, but couldn't finish there with Zulo. Now Baruch quickly the other way as Ahmed has it now for Baruch. And Ahmed is blocked there by Brooks. Thought she found a little space in the paint, but unable to get it over the taller Brooks.
Yeah, Ahmed's trying different ways to score, but it's not working yet. But she'll come around.
Now Brooks off on the first, able to get a rebound though. Gets her a rebound again, still no good. Ball's batted around, and Marion Thopos comes away with him. Brooks had 3 point-blank opportunities, and I think she was looking for a call.
Yeah, that could have gone a couple of ways, but Baruch does get the ball.
Arias now takes the pick from Barrett. Kicks it outside to Ahmed. Marion Thopoulos swung around to her. Baseline jumper, no good. Arias comes away with the rebound, loses the ball though. Chan dives on the floor, able to get it, and the foul is going to be on number 14, Daniela Arias.
But Dave, you know, Arias is doing a lot of the stuff that Barrett usually does. She's all over the place now. And so that's good because it's giving Baruch another option other than Barrett. So let's see how everybody else comes together.
But also now giving City College a chance at some last-second points here before the quarter as Chan goes to the line for shoot 2. She knocks down the first.
Yeah, I still think Baruch is trying to figure out exactly what they want to do.
And Chan's second free throw is also good, so Baruch will have 7 seconds here to get a last chance bucket before the end of the first. 5 seconds, Arias brings it into the front court, right wing. Gives it off to Price. Her three, no good. And that will do it for the first quarter here at the Arc Arena. Baruch 16, City College 13. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats.
So, let's get this started. First up, we have Daniela Dorado.
No one ever won a race because it was their turn. And guzzling the right sports drink never won all 3 sets. You can't talk your way through a tournament, and luck doesn't last. Real champions know that it takes more to do more, because wanting it just isn't good enough. You've got to be smarter, faster, tougher. After all, if championships were easy, everybody would have one. City University of New York Athletic Conference. Learn, play, succeed.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
And welcome back to the Arc Arena after one quarter. Baruch 16, City College 13, and we are underway here in the second as Arias has it for Baruch in the front court. Ahmed now right wing. The board has checked back in for the Bearcats. Inside to Spayu, also checking back in. Ahmed now step back jumper off glass, no good. Nice shot there by Samira Ahmed. Now Shannon Barrett's left wing three, also no good, but the board comes away with the rebound and Arias has it, and she's going to set up the offense. Finds Spayu at the free throw line, handoff back to Arias, and that's going to be a travel.
That's what Lisette, the board, does for you. She gets a lot of offensive rebounds, stuff that I always say does not show up in the books.
Now Chan has it in front. Takes the pick from Redwood. Now over to Blair. Blair working on Barrett. Back outside to Chan. Chan right wing three. Bouncing around, no good. Comes away with it, and it looks like it was the board again on the rebound. She gives it off to Arias, who will bring it into the front court for Baruch.
Yeah, the board's a great supplementary player.
Arias has it up top, looking for her options. 15 seconds on the shot clock. A minute gone here in the second. Takes the pick right from Barrett. Drives. Arias pull-up jumper. No good. And the foul is going to go against Baruch. The foul is going to be on number 34, Lisette DeBoard. And it'll be City College ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, the trend continues that Baruch's getting good shots, but they're not falling. Arias, that's what she does. She gets into the lane, but that did not drop.
Now Chan has it in the front court for City College. Coach Angeli calling out the offense. Redwood gives it back up to Chan. Chan looking for some options. Finds Zulo. Redwood makes herself available in the post, but Zulo doesn't take it. Now she gives it off to Redwood more on the block. Now Blair has it, drives right side. Nice move there around Shannon Barrett, able to finish. 16-15, Baruch lead.
Yeah, Barrett turned her body, and that led to that opening.
Now Arias, ball went right through her hands, but they're not going to the backcourt. Baruch only have 15. Now Spayu's three, no good, short on the right side, but she's able to get her own rebound. Nice play there by Spayu. She drives baseline, gives it off to DeBoer. Nice finish there. Nice play there. Hustle and ball vision by Melinda Spayu.
It's nice to see DeBoer rewarded with a basket because she does so much away from the ball.
Now Arias' baseline jumper, no good for City College. And Baruch will get the rebound and able to bring it up. Get handoff from Arias to Spayu. Nice fake there by Spayu. Couple fakes. And she's able to finish. Looks like she got knocked underneath a little bit. And Melinda Spayu really making a big difference here on the offensive end for Baruch.
Yeah, Spayu finds a way to the basket. Very crafty.
Now Blair has it. Drives against Barrett. She's blocked by Barrett. Blair hits the deck, and Ahmed comes away with the ball. Ahmed picked up by Chan. Now gives it off to Arias in the corner, and Arias takes steps before she puts the ball on the floor. Her second travel here in just the beginning of the second quarter. 7:10 remaining. Baruch lead 20-15.
Yeah, that was a good example of a good defensive play that could have led to good things on the offensive end. So Baruch has done some nice things defensively. They're not getting beat on offensive rebounds. I love up top when Arias has got her hands and feet moving.
Now Chan gives it off to LaSalle. LaSalle's left wing three, no good. High rebound and come down by Arias. And she's able to push it into the front court.
Good box out.
And she's fouled as she enters the zone. Now, Spayu up top, gives it off to Barrett, left wing. Her three a little long.
Okay, but that was good offense. You want to get the ball with Barrett in rhythm.
And now Redwood has it. Gives it off to Zulu, who takes the pick left and gives it up to to number 15, Ashley Brooks. Now the pull-up by Chan. No good off right rim. Now Spayu comes away with it for Baruch. Brings it into the front court, able to drive, gives it off to DeBoer. No good, though, not able to corral on rebound, and LaSalle comes away with it for City College.
Once again, great pass that put a Baruch player in a great position, but they did not make the shot.
Elizabeth Zulu has it now for City College, gives it up top to LaSalle. LaSalle takes the pick from Redwood, now back to Zulu, now inside to Redwood. Nice move there, able to post up on DeBoer. And the foul. Nice play there by Erica Redwood, and that'll send her to the line to shoot one.
Yeah, Redwood had great position, and the board, again, a little bit lazy with not moving her feet and not getting in a good position to, put up a fence.
And Marion Thopoulos will check back into the game for DeBoer. And Redwood knocks it down to get the three-point play. Nice play there by Erica Redwood. And Arias will bring it to the front court. 20-18, Baruch lead with 5:45 remaining. Now Ahmed has it on the baseline, gives it off to Barrett. Barrett's going to drive. Nice play there. She's fouled, and it's going to be on the floor. No basket. So it'll be Baruch ball underneath with 5:39 remaining here in the second.
Barrett did everything right. She put herself in a position by a couple of dribbles to get that shot.
Looking for the inbound. It's Spayu up top. She's covered by LaSalle. Gives it off top to Arias. Arias covered by Torres. Now up top to Ahmed. Ahmed's going to drive, though. Wild right-handed shot, though, able to knock it down. Nice play there by Samira Ahmed.
That's a good thing. We want to see Ahmed get off. It's been tough going to get her started, not in this game, but some earlier games.
LaSalle drives, able to finish with the right hand, and once again cuts the deficit back to 2. Now Spayu's mid-range jumper able to knock it down. Nice play there. by Spyu to create some space and able to knock down that jumper on the baseline.
Yeah, that's vintage Melinda Spyu, that little head or ball fake, and the defender buys it.
4 points in the early going for Spyu and 4 boards as well. Now Redwood will drive. Baseline, but she's fouled. It's going to say on the floor, so it'll be side out. The foul's going to go on number 20, Samira Ahmed. That's only her first.
Yeah, Dave, when you're playing defense, you have to move your feet and move your hands. That was just lazy defense by Ahmed.
And a corner 3 there by Erica Redwood is way off the back of the glass. And now Ahmed will drive, able to finish with the right hand. Nice transition bucket there by Baruch, giving Ahmed 4 points tonight.
Yeah, she's coming around now, and that's a good sign for the Baruch attack.
Now Zulo will have it, takes the pick from number 15, Brooks. Gives it outside to Brooks. LaSalle has it now up top. Zulo for City College. Back up to LaSalle, a little two-man game, gives it off to Brooks. Pull-up jumper, able to knock it down. She's turned and faced on Shannon Barrett a few times, and Coach Kellyanne Barrett wants a full timeout. So with 4:04 remaining, Baruch lead 26-22. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats.
For the love of the game, but for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
And welcome back as we have to take a look at the standings right now. Baruch currently holding on to that 6th and final playoff spot on a game behind City College. So a game and a half behind City College. So a big matchup here tonight, Joe, in order to really, try to move up here in the standings.
Yeah, every win is precious at this time of year. 4 wins, 5 wins, really 7 wins is kind of the number now. We understand Brooklyn and Staten Island have 10, but you really want to get that 5th win, that 6th win, possibly 7 to be in the middle of the pack.
Baruch goes to a game and a half above York College for that final playoff spot as well. So have just a little bit of breathing room, but every game crucial. And now Ahmed has it inside. Arias swings it around, back up top to Arias, gives it off to Marianthopoulos. Ooh, ball was thrown away there, as it went to Spyu. Now Marianthopoulos has it, pull-up jumper, no good, hard off back rim. Redwood comes away with the rebound, but Arias tips it away from her. Nice hustle play there by Danielle Arias.
Yeah, very impressed in this first half by the ball movement of the Bearcats. I haven't seen a lot of that this year. I keep mentioning you're at this point in the season, you're experienced than you were.
And now Redwood has it left wing, takes the pick from Torres. Torres tries to set up in the post. Up top to Brooks, now to Torres. Torres turnaround jumper. Wild shot there, but able to finish over Marianthopoulos.
Yeah, she had position, actually.
Now Arias has it up top for Baruch. Covered by Aries. Now back up top to Arias. Pull up 3 off glass and in. A bank shot 3 from Daniela Arias. Baruch lead 29-24. 3 minutes remaining here in the half.
Arias has come out of the gate, and she's got everything going on, defensively and offensively.
Now Brooks has it up top. Gives it off to Aries.
Balance the court. What are we in?
And that's going to be an offensive foul on Brooks. It's going to be a moving pick. I didn't see much there, Joe.
Well, on the defensive end, again, I mentioned Baruch stayed in their position and let City College turn the ball over. If you stay home, some good things can happen. Don't open up, or I call it the Matador defense, and let people get ahead of you.
So 2:40 remaining here in the half. Danielle Arias has it for Baruch. Now Spyu gives it back to Arias as she'll drive. Gives it off to Ahmed at the free throw line. Up top to Marianthopoulos. Over to Arias, finds a cutting Spayu. Up top to Marianthopoulos, swung back to Arias. Right wing three, off rim, no good. Torres comes away with the rebound for City College.
Once again, great ball movement. The shot just didn't drop. But hats off to Baruch and their offense for this really good ball movement.
Blair has it now, drives, goes up against Barrett. Nice move there by Crystal Blair.
Crystal Blair with a big-time move, putting the ball on the floor.
So Arias has it, 1:50 remaining here. Gives it up to Spayu, back to Arias. She'll drive. Her shot, as she's hit though, way off, but it'll be a foul. It looks like on number 21, Crystal Blair. And Arias will go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback, Dave. I think here we are, mid to coming to the end of the season, and the experience now is showing in Baruch. So they're doing some things more on a crisper fashion than they did earlier in the season, i.e. ball movement, and they seem to be, more in touch with each other than I saw last couple of games.
I also think they have a little bit more of a leadership and veteran poise to them. I think we've seen it from the beginning of the season to now. I think then you look at Arias, and even if you can think if Ahmed and Price were with us for the entire season, and Spayu obviously starting this year, also getting a little bit more of that veteran understanding the game and understanding the tempo in which the Bearcats want to play.
Daniela Arias is like a quarterback on a football team. When she's in rhythm, the whole offense goes.
And nice play there by Spayu as she hits the deck and calls timeout to save the possession for Baruch. So with a 1:31 remaining here in the half, Baruch 30, City College 26. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats. And nice hustle play there, Joe, to steal another possession by Spayu, and a good opportunity for Baruch right before the half here to tack on a couple extra points.
Yeah, if you're City College, you're pleased that you're within 4. If you're Baruch, you're going to go into the locker room and say, we're doing lots of good things, but the ball's just not dropping. So the positives outweigh any negatives here.
And don't forget to tune in on this coming Tuesday, a home doubleheader against another nice foe in Lehman College. Must win for both the men and the women, as Lehman currently 2 spots ahead of Baruch in the women's standings and at the top, the tippy top of the standings in the men's side. So a big opportunity for Baruch to, move up in the standings and get big wins here at home in the conference.
Yeah, Dave, and also Lehman is a big rival within City College, so that's always another factor.
And a travel there. It's going to be on number 20, I believe, Samira Ahmed. Too many steps. And as we were just talking about, Baruch maybe stealing a possession here at the end of the half, also just quickly giving it right back, as City College has a chance to cut the deficit to 2.
Yeah, those are the worst when you hurt yourself.
Now Zulo has it for City College, gives it up top to Blair. Crossover move. She's going to drive, gives it back out to Zulo, kind of, but it's really stolen by Spayu. Comes away with it. Looks like she tried to do a blind pass back out to the wing to Zulo. And Ahmed now, baseline jumper, able to knock it down. Nice shot there by Samira Ahmed.
Dave, the previous defensive possession, if you stay in your position, you're going to force the offense into maybe altering, and in that worked out in Baruch's favor.
And the foul's going to be on the floor there. It's going to be on number
13.
He says the foul's on number 30, but number 30 is actually not on the court. Foul's going to be on number 20, Samira Ahmed. And a big action-packed weekend here in the CUNYAC tomorrow. John Jay at Lehman, Medgar Evers at Hunter, and York at Staten Island, all double headers as Erica Redwood's able to finish underneath. All double headers here in the CUNYAC Conference with big implications on the standings.
Yeah, defensively, Baruch got caught sleeping. They have to be more aware, especially, coming down the final couple of seconds here. You want to leave the court with a good play.
Nice play there by City College, potentially go get a 2-for-1. As Spayu catches in the paint, able to finish with the left hand after a pump fake to get Redwood out of position.
Crafty move by a crafty player, Melinda Spayu. Remember, she's just a freshman, but plays like a much more seasoned player.
A nice play there by Blair. And that'll do it for the first half as both Blair and Barrett hit the deck. And it's going to be 0.8 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah,
as I think Baruch are going to have possession underneath. Very interesting play. Is it looked like Blair just her and Barrett got tangled up, both hit the deck, and Blair throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, so I don't know what you can do here. A Hail Mary.
And I think Coach Barrett's just going to take it into half. So that'll do it for the first half. City College 28, your Bearcats 34. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats. And Joe, solid first half from the Lady Bearcats of Baruch.
Yeah. What really comes to the forefront is very impressive ball movement, especially with Arias at the top, whipping it around. Barrett had some good rhythm shots. Ahmed had some shots made here in the first half, and she needs to get going. Everything is cooking for the Bearcats. Again, it's a 6-point lead. If you're City College, you're right back in the game. But if you're Coach Barrett, just say, listen, we're doing everything well, and if some of our shots fall, we'll be in an even better position.
They've created some great opportunities, especially at the rim. I think if they just continue to play their game, they can really pull out a tough W here against City College.
Yeah, and their quarterback, in quotations, is Daniela Arias, who's really come to play, and I think the team is feeding off her.
Arias having a monster first half with 8 points and already 6 boards, a couple of assists, and a block and a steal to her name. I think she has a couple blocks in there, though. A little surprising only to see one on the stat sheet.
But you can feel her energy here at the scorer's table.
12 points for Arias. Shannon Barrett had 8, Ahmed with 7, and Spayu with 6, so really distributing the ball between everyone in the starting lineup right now.
Yeah, that'll work. If you have that production, you'll be happy.
And only 6 turnovers so far in the early going for Baruch, and we've talked about it in some previous games, how they've just been very turnover happy. It's been impressive how well they've managed to hold on to the ball tonight.
Well, I'm going to keep mentioning that word experience. Experience is showing itself, especially in the first half, because they look like a more patient, polished team. And, again, when Barrett is at the top, it's a different kind of flow. When Arias is at the top, it's a very efficient flow. So when you have an efficient flow, the chance for turnovers is going to be less. The ball's going to get to the right places, leading to good things.
And I feel like Arias has been leading a bit by example tonight. I think she's brought the mentality, she set the tempo for the team, and she really delivered on the offensive end.
Yeah, like I said, I can feel the energy at the table, that it's flowing from Arias down to Spayu. DeBoard is doing a great job. Even Price in the game, she didn't make shots, but you can see that she's feeding off the good things that are happening on the court. And again, like we've been saying, freshmen grow up quickly.
Yeah, and so you're looking at a team in Baruch that's currently 4-11, 4-6, like we said in the conference, where at this point of the season, almost every game is a must-win.
Yeah, it's a must-win, but at the same time, you just want the constant maturity. And this season will end, and the next season comes really quickly. So Coach Barrett is looking for all of this to make for now and also for the future, especially with the freshmen like Spayu. But again, what I really want to commend Baruch is the ball movement. Last game that we televised together, I commented on the great hands of Arias and Spayu at the top. And today, great hands at the top and great feet, but also interior, barring a couple of plays that Baruch took off where they turned their body leading to City College baskets, everything is looking good. So I look forward to a good second half.
Yeah, so at halftime, Baruch lead 34-28. We actually had an opportunity this week was, as all the sports are starting to wrap up for some of the early half of the season, senior night this week was for swimming. Let's take a look in and see how that went down.
So, let's get this started. First up, we have Daniela Dorado, team captain, 4-year swimmer, major in psychology. All right. Oh, 2-year team captain. I apologize. Natalie, there you go. Natalie! All right.
Cross-country runner.
And she's a cross-country runner. There we go. Congratulations, ladies.
I got you.
All right. Next up, we have some men. We have, you know what, I can't say his full name, but Alex the Greco. There we go. 4-year swimmer, majoring in political science. Next up, we have Sam Fassler, team captain. 4-year swimmer, majoring in finance. Let's go, Sam. That's right. We have Andrew Labrino. Now we have David Pajovic. Four-year swimmer, double major in political science and philosophy. You must be like Walter.
Oh my God, what's up?
And next up, we have our next team captain, Marlon Samaru. Four-year swimmer, another double major in mathematics. I apologize for that. And last but certainly not least, we have Javier Velasquez. 1-year swimmer and majoring in economics. And a coffee center. Coffee center. Let's go. Let's get one more big final applause for the seniors of Puerto
No one ever won a race because it was their turn. And guzzling the right sports drink never won all 3 sets. You can't talk your way through a tournament, and luck doesn't last. Real champions know that it takes more to do more, because wanting it just isn't good enough. You've got to be smarter, faster, tougher. After all, if championships were easy, everybody would have one. City University of New York Athletic Conference. Learn, play, succeed.
For the love of the game. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that. A lot more.
Sure, the game is important, But as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
And welcome back to Baruch Basketball YouTube channel. Baruch Bearcats 34-28, the home team winning tonight in your Bearcats here at the Arc Arena on the campus of Baruch College. And Joe, it's been a great start for Baruch, leading by 6 against a team that's right above them here in the CUNYAC standings.
Yeah, Dave, Baruch has done everything I think Coach Barrett drew up in the first half, except for the shots not dropping. For City College, Ashley Brooks, the leading scorer, had 7. Deborah Chan had 7, and Erica Redwood had 5. That looks like the players that produce for City College. But on the Baruch end, once again, you want the complementary players in DeBoard and, of course, Spayou. And you offensively, you're looking for Shannon Barrett firstly. But it's nice to know that Daniela Arias can, come in with some plays. And also, it's good to see Samara Ahmed get off to a good start in the first half. So going into the second half, more of the same. Don't hurt yourself with, turnovers, foolish turnovers. Stay in your positions on defense. Find your man, box out. And offensively for Baruch, Arias at the top. And you're in a good spot if you have her there distributing the ball. And you're going to get offensive rebounds from DeBoard and, of course, Spayou. So there's a lot of good things to look forward to for you, Baruch, in the second half.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of the City College players who have started. Brooks, probably on about her season average so far, 7 boards, 7 points, like you said. But Crystal Blair giving a little bit of an impact. Granted, only 2 of 7 from the field, but so far 5 points off the bench.
Yeah, so she's adding to the attack. You have 4 players who are, contributing for City College. But one of the things that, again, if Baruch plays the defense that we know they can play, they're going to do their bit. And, City College doesn't look like anybody's having an extra special game. So nothing for Coach Barrett to worry about. Stay in front of your players and, locate the players when you're rebounding. That's usually the formula for good things to happen defensively if you're Baruch.
And granted, it's, obviously Brooklyn and Staten Island in the standings right now, both 10-1 in the conference, really kind of running away with it. They probably a 2-horse race there, but everything from 3 down with only a 3-game split between everybody is definitely realistic going into the last stretch of the season here.
Yeah, when you get into the playoffs, it's 0-0. So that's the cliche. But right now, the games as we come down the stretch, yes, I know jockeying for position, but you want to really make good plays. You want to get into good habits, and you really want to get a flow and a rhythm. So that's really the formula for a team that's really not doing well as far as record to emerge in the playoffs. You just get hot. But you just get hot because you made things happen and that just started working for you. So I like the little things I'm seeing for Baruch that hopefully can carry over into the postseason.
And it also shows maybe how tough Baruch's out of conference schedule really was when you're talking about a team now I went 0-5 out of conference, but currently 4-6 in the conference.
Yeah, a couple of games here at the Arc. Baruch went up against some very tough opponents.
Old Westbury, Stockton College. So two teams that bring a lot of size and a lot of knowledge when it comes to the floor.
And definitely, so they learned a lot from those games. And that's why things like ball movement, they're doing well tonight. That's a product of that word experience again, working out for you.
So we're about 20 seconds away from the second half starting, just waiting on the shot clock and the score clock to be turned back on. A little technical difficulty, so we may be a few moments more than that. But you have that solid four when it comes to Spayu, Arias, Ahmed, and Barrett, and it seems like right now Coach Barrett kind of trying to jockey for that fifth selection, went with a lot of Maria Marianthopoulos in the first half.
Yeah, Marianthopoulos, she's a key player. She can knock down the three. I also like what she does away from the ball. I've seen her do some things. Dave, looking into the start of the second half, it's always about the first 5 minutes. Which team comes out and, hopefully Baruch can come out, separate themselves, build this 6-point lead. Or City College can come out and have a good first 5 minutes. But the first 5 minutes is key at the beginning of the half.
So it's going to be the same starting five for City College: LaSalle, Chan, Zulo, Redwood, and number 15, Ashley Brooks. And then for Baruch, it's going to be the same five for them: Arias, Ahmed, Spayu, Barrett, and Lisette DeBoard playing the four, as Redwood now gets it inside for City College. She's going to drive right at the board and one. Nice play there in the early going by Redwood, and DeBoard hits the deck.
Redwood had a similar drive in the first half. She looks like, she's also has the ability to put it on the floor and get to the basket.
She's worked well so far in the post in the early going. And it'll be Redwood at the line to get the three-point play. Her second and one opportunity of the game, converting the first in the first half. And able to knock it down. Nice rotation on the ball from Redwood there, and Arias will bring it into the front court for Baruch.
Yeah, so that's three right out of the gate for City College, making it 34-31.
Now Arias has it up top, gives it up top to the board. Over to Ahmed. She thinks about the shot. Works on LaSalle instead. Dangerous drive, and that's going to be an easy call there, as she was way out of control into the paint.
Yeah, that was not the shot you want, nor was it the position you want yourself in.
And Ahmed will come to the bench after that one. I can see why, as Marianthopoulos quick to check back into the game. Definitely a chance for Coach Barrett to talk it over after that wild layup. But now Redwood's got the ball at midcourt. Her pass tipped away by Danielle Arias. Marianthopoulos comes away with it, and Arias quickly brings it into the front court. Over to Barrett. Back up top to Arias, and the ball is moved around the perimeter. Now Spayu thinks about the three. Instead, she drives, and it's going to be a foul. Foul's going to be number 4, Madison LaSalle, 5'2" freshman from Arvine, New York, Cardoza High School.
Speaking of high schools, Daniela Arias out of Archbishop Malloy. They've really produced a lot of top-notch guards from the men's side, and also Karen Gallagher, who went on to play for Columbia.
That's going to be too many steps by Spayu underneath, able to find a little bit of room, but takes too many steps, and it'll go back to City College. But Baruch quickly picking up the pressure. Looks like a little bit of a full-court press, and City College gets the ball across the half court. Chan's entry pass knocked away by DeBoard. Brooks wants a call there, no call there, and it'll be Arias into the front court, gives it off to Barrett. Barrett's going to drive. Up top to Arias now to Spayu. Marianthopoulos straight away three. Instead, she takes steps. And just weird situation there, because she pulled up for three, but it looked like she just dragged her feet a little bit right before there, and a couple early turnovers for both teams.
Yeah, DeWard made the initial play leading to an offensive possession. Wasn't sure what she wanted to do with her feet.
Now bounce pass inside to Redwood now. Gives it up top to Chan. Chan straight away three, closed out by Arias. Off back rim, rebounded, knocked around. And DeBoard gets the rebound, knocks Arias down. And the foul's going to be on number 15, Ashley Brooks. And for a second, it sounded like it was going to be on Baruch as Arias hit the deck. That's Brooks' third of the game, and she'll come to the bench. Coach Angeli not taking any chances there with her as the leading scorer.
all that to set the board again, so active away from the ball.
Giving her now 4 boards. Marianthopoulos now over to Arias. Now Spayu on the elbow, gets the ball. Thinks about the shot and still gives it off to Marianthopoulos. She's going to drive. Left-hand floater, too strong. Rebounded by Spayu. Nice play there. Gives it up top to Arias. Swung around again to Marianthopoulos. Arias going to drive now. Hard shot. Offensive foul. And the foul is going to be on number 14, Arias.
Well, Arias gets to the basket. Arias gets to the basket so well. Again, it's just a case of, little physical on her part.
And another turnover there by Baruch. Spayu comes away with the loose ball on the floor. Arias in the front court. Gives off to Spayu at the elbow. Thinks about the shot. Pumps a couple times. Arias has it. She drives right. Gives it up top to Spayu. Spayu's jumper off back rim. No good. Then rebounded by Chan. Chan over to Zulo now. Zulo working on the left side. Crystal Blair just recently checked in for Brooks. Nice move there. Looks like she made it take a couple steps, but able to finish with the right hand. I've been impressed with Blair in the early going.
Yeah, Blair has contributed for the City College attack.
Now Spayu has it up top for Baruch. Gives it off to Arias. Baruch lead by 1. Arias threes around and out. 7:15 remaining here in the quarter. Zulo over to Chan. Now Chan has her right wing. She's going to drive on Arias. Goes hard right side. Wild floater, no good off rim. And for how wild that shot was, it actually got closer to going in than I thought it would.
Yeah, Baruch got very lucky.
And another turnover there by Spayu. Too many steps, and we've seen Baruch do that on a number of occasions so far tonight.
Yeah, Dave, this is a good timeout by Coach Barrett because it's been City College out of the gate that's kind of been executing. Baruch is I think the word here is the sputtering, and they've turned the ball over, and defensively they're not in their position.
So with 7 minutes left, Baruch lead 34-33. You're watching Baruch Bearcat basketball live YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday, January 30th, or be here if you're in New York City. We have a home doubleheader here at the Arc Arena on the campus of Baruch. First, the women will play against Lehman College at 5:30, followed by the men a little bit after that, 7:30. Both against Lehman, two, like you mentioned earlier, Joe, two rivals, but also two quality teams this year here in the CUNYAC.
Yeah, Lehman and Baruch, long history of battles, both here and away.
And now City College will inbound underneath their own basket with 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Chan picked up by Arias. And Baruch going with the full court press. LaSalle gets it in, tries to bounce it into the front court. Arias steals that, but she throws it right back to Redwood. And Erica Redwood quickly bringing it into the front court. Going right to the rim. High floater, no good. Blair on the rebound and 1. Nice play there by Crystal Blair, and that's going to take her to 10 points on the night. If she can hit this and 1, of course.
Dave, Crystal Blair is a very, very talented player. And Baruch has got to be very, very careful about her and the things she's doing on the court.
And it's going to be a technical on Coach Barrett. And I didn't really notice what she said. But the near side ref teeing her up. And it'll be number 30, Deborah Chan, to shoot the technical free throw. On top of that, Blair will have an opportunity to go to the line for the and 1.
Yeah, I obviously Coach Barrett's upset at the beginning of the second half play by the Bearcats. They're not really doing anything. Great steal by Arias, but she turned it over. So there's not much cohesion in the attack by Baruch.
And Chan knocks down the second, so it's 35-34.
So Baruch finds themselves down. They've been up most of the game, and now, they really have to tighten their belts and, bear down.
And very interesting there, Shannon Barrett went to the referee who called the technical trying to get an explanation, and he gave her a 2-word response, walk away. So sometimes you just don't have to explain yourself when you're in the position of the ref's shoes, as Arias has it now in the front court for Baruch.
Yeah, nothing to talk about, Dave. You just have to talk through your play now.
And there's going to be a whistle here, and we're not really sure why. It looked like trying to get the information here. It's supposed to be, the game clock was not moving, so it takes 14 seconds off the game clock. 15 seconds remaining here on the shot clock, 6:24 in the third quarter. And
Yeah.
Baruch will inbound from underneath.
Yeah, Dave, sometimes Baruch gets into kind of a down situation, and they have to find themselves, out of it. And this is a case of that.
And Barrett's three is no good. Nice play there by Danielle Arias to tip the pass defensively. And Spayu comes away with the loose ball. She drives quickly into the front court, gives it up top to Marion Thopoulos, finds Barrett left wing over to Arias in the corner. And a pick there by Barrett, gives it off to Marion Thopoulos. Up top to Arias, looking for an option in Barrett. Instead, gives it off to Arias. Bounce pass into Spayu. Over out to DeBoer, now inside to Barrett. Right on the block, no good. Rebounded by Blair, though, but you got to like seeing Barrett catch the ball here in the low block.
Great possession. Baruch did everything well except make the basket.
And now Blair has it at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper over Barrett. Oh, off the rim a few times and out. No good as Spayu now into the front court.
Bearcats got lucky. Blair did everything but also make the shot.
And at that point, it seemed like the rim was working against her because it hit the rim 3 times and the glass.
Yeah, if that would have gone down, then you'd have to scratch your head if you're a Bearcat fan. Where are we going with this game?
And Baruch, we talked about how important the first 5 minutes were, Joe. Baruch have yet to score a point here in the quarter, and we're with 5:15 remaining here in the third.
Yeah, you have to be concerned if you're Coach Barrett, but I'd like to see some plays change everything on the court by the Bearcats. A steal, a big three by Barrett in stride.
And the foul's going to be on there, and on Lisette the board has sent Redwood to the line, who's been a perfect 2 for 2 from the line tonight.
2 shots for Erica Redwood.
And she knocks down the first. Samir Ahmed checking into the game. The board will come to the bench.
The old adage, Dave, if you let a team hang around long enough, they can do some things. So this is the case. City College hung around, didn't let the lead get too big, and here they are up by 4.
And it also helps when your opponent has been inefficient so far in the early going on the offensive end. And a dangerous pass there by Shannon Barrett, trying to go for a full court pass. Definitely not necessary. Now Blair will have it. Nice play there by Blair, able to finish, making a 7-point lead for City College. And once again, Baruch being very dangerous. And that's going to be a foul, number 13, Emily Aries. And Baruch struggling really to break down this full court press.
Yeah, and like we've talked about in pregame and at halftime, Baruch is beating themselves with errant passes, turnovers are mounting, inefficient offense.
And it's been a 13-0 lead, so run, for City College here in the second half. And a jump ball there between Spayu and Blair, and it's going to stay with Baruch underneath.
Somebody's got to make a big play now for Baruch.
Inbound now to Arias. Thinks about the corner 3. No, instead gives it up to Spayu up top. Barrett comes around with the pick. Spayu doesn't use it. Instead gives it off to Marion Thopoulos, and the foul is going to be on number 13, Aries. Blocking foul with 4:34 remaining here in the third. Harris looking to inbound, finding options. Ahmed gets it up top. Gives it over to Spayu. She thinks about the 3. Instead hands off to Arias, and Arias will bring it up top to set up the offense for Baruch. Arias gets it back from Marianthopoulos up top. Once again to Marianthopoulos. Little two-girl game right now. Crossover move by Arias. She drives over to Marianthopoulos. Baseline jumper, no good. Very interesting play call there by Baruch. Just a two-lady game there between Marianthopoulos and Arias.
Yeah, I would have done something for Barrett. Have her come from low up, you know, again at the wing. Maybe to put herself in position to try a three.
A nice block there with Marianthopoulos on Redwood. And to your point, Joe, even if she's not in the play, let the ball touch her hands just to get City College the idea that, you know, she is an option for this set.
Right.
Ball almost thrown away there. Now Ahmed has it. Drives the right hand, and one nice play there by Samira Ahmed. And first bucket for Baruch with 3:42 remaining here in the third. And Ahmed has a chance to go to the line to cut it to 4.
Could that be the play that ignites the Bearcats and gets them out of this low period they've been in?
A nice free throw there by Samir Ahmed. 37-41. City College having the upper hand here in the third quarter on a 13-3 run now. But Baruch have answered with a nice three-point play there by Samir Ahmed.
In a game of momentum, that last three-pointer by Ahmed could be that momentum changer.
And a deep rebound there on an off three by City College. But now Blair's inside working. And it's going to be a double dribble on Crystal Blair. And it'll go back to Baruch, who have a good opportunity here to cut the deficit.
Okay, so a good defensive possession. Let's see if that leads to success on the offensive end.
Ball quickly swung around by Baruch. Ahmed to Arias. Now Arias going to drive, give it outside to Marianthopoulos, looking for Ahmed. Over to Marianthopoulos, now outside to Arias. Spayu gets the ball, able to finish with the right hand. Nice play there off glass. And Baruch looking a little formidable here in the last few minutes.
Once again, I see some life.
Chan has it now for City College, Takes the pick from Redwood. Gives it up top to Blair. Now who finds Redwood in the paint? And once again, Redwood trying to go to work. Instead, she's fouled. And the foul is going to be on number 25, Marianthopoulos, who has some questions to the ref about the call on that situation.
Baruch is playing like they did in the first quarter. Like I used the word life, I see that now.
So Baruch got the lead back to 2, but Redwood at the line for 2 shots and an opportunity to extend it to 4. Off on the first. Erica Redwood, her first missed free throw on the evening. Her second, as she's 4 of 6 from the line tonight. Make it 5 of 7. And now City College will sag off a little bit on the full court press and allow Baruch into the front court. Now Marianthopoulos has it, bounce pass out to Spayu. Arias up top, swung quickly around. Ahmed thinks about the shot, gives it off to Arias. Arias looks like she almost lost her footing there. Now Spayu into Marianthopoulos, trying to find a cutting backdoor Spayu, unable to find her though. Redwood comes away with the steal.
Yeah, that wasn't such a bad play. It just hit off Spayu's hands, but she was en route to the basket.
Now Zulo has it up top. Now Arias has it left wing. Takes the pick from Redwood. Bounce pass inside to Redwood. Redwood no good, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 as she's fouled by number 31, Shannon Barrett. Her 4th, and now Barrett's going to have to be very careful going down the stretch here. We're only in the third, minute and 50 left, but 4 fouls and only 1 more and you're gone.
That was a good defensive possession by Baruch until they turned their body, and that allowed for that lane to open up.
And Redwood knocks down the first. Check into the game, Madison LaSalle. Elizabeth Zulo will come to the bench for City College.
Erica Redwood is really quietly putting together a really good game for City College and putting herself in a difference maker position. Now
Arias will bring it into the front court for Baruch, 39. Baruch trail by 5 with 1:44 remaining. And the foul is going to be on number 13, Emily Aries. It's going to send Spyu to the line. 2 shots for Spyu and a good opportunity for Baruch to cut the deficit to 3.
Yeah, they can't let City College open up a lead. They have to keep it close and then go on a little run.
So Spyu knocks down the first. Off on the second, 44-40. Chan has it now in the front court for City College. Ball goes inside to Blair. The ball's knocked away by Barrett, though, and Ahmed quick to push.
Great defense.
And Barrett, free throw line jumper, assisted by Ahmed there. Nice look for Barrett.
Great defense by Barrett, and that led to getting rewarded with a good pass and a good shot in the lane.
Chan has it now up top, gives it off to LaSalle. LaSalle 3, just short, rebounded by Arias. And Arias quick to go right to left.
Here come the Bearcats.
And as you say that, costly unforced error leads to a turnover for Baruch.
4 high, Deb, 4 high, 4 high.
Coach Angeli calling out the play for the Beavers. Chan has it now, gives it over to Arias, back up top to Chan. Inside to Blair. She drives. The ball stripped from her, though, in a few possessions. Last few possessions, Blair has turned it over.
Good defense by Barrett in the interior.
Arias has it now, gives it off to Ahmed, Now Spyu catches in the paint, back outside to Ahmed. Right wing 3, no good, just a little long. Baruch continue to trail by 2. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 44-42, City College lead.
Yeah, I would have come back on that last possession to Barrett.
4 high right now. Deb, on my call.
Chan now gives it off to LaSalle. Now back over to Chan. Now to Aries in the corner. Gives it off to Blair. Now inside to Redwood. Couldn't finish, though. 9 seconds remaining. Baruch might have a chance to get a last-second basket. 44-42, they trail. Spyu going right into the lane. Her shot blocked from behind. Will there be time left? Nope, that'll do it. So after 3 quarters of play, City College 44, Baruch 42. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel. Baruch Bearcat and Joe. A poor quarter for the Bearcats here when you're up by 6 at half, coming out now trailing by 2 here going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in a game of runs and momentum, the momentum, swung over to the City College side. They're getting good, solid play from Erica Redwood and Crystal, Blair coming off the bench. She looks like a real player. So Baruch let it get away. Okay, they had the lead at half. They didn't score for a while, but I see some light coming from Baruch. And again, it's going to start defensively. Shannon Barron made some key blocks and did some good defensive things. But once again, they have to be patient. Don't try and get it back all in one possession. One possession, let it lead to 2, 3, 4 possessions, and not only you're back in the game, but you have a nice lead, and then you can just practice good habits. What if I'm Baruch and Coach Barrett, I don't want bad habits coming out of this next quarter to lead into the next game.
Yeah.
It's about good habits now in the fourth quarter.
And now you're talking after this game, Baruch was going to have 6 games left. So it puts the importance of winning this game, especially against a team that's a game and a half of you ahead in the conference. And I know this may sound unfair, but if they do end up losing this game, Baruch, you're probably looking at them more like having to fend off the teams below them rather than them trying to play catch up to the seeds higher than them.
Yeah, you're gonna look back and say, "Wow, we really needed that."
Or especially if you don't make the tournament.
Right.
And now Chan has it up top. Deep 3. No good off back rim. A high arcing shot there by number 30, Deborah Chan.
Once again, the same rule applies here. Who's coming out, first 5 minutes?
And Ahmed, a wild shot there is no good. And Chan will bring it up court. 9.5 remaining here in the game. Baruch trail 44-42. Inside now to Brooks, who's come back into the game in foul trouble. Up top to Chan. Brooks making herself available. Instead it goes across court to Aries. Now up top to Chan. Inside now to Brooks. Oh, even further inside to Redwood. And it's not going to count. It's going to be on the floor on number 20, Samira Ahmed.
Whenever City College gets the ball down to Redwood, usually that's a productive situation for City College.
And the fourth also on Ahmed. So now Ahmed and Shannon Barrett both playing with 4 fouls as Brooke gets the ball inside. And the foul is going to be there on Daniela Arias, and that was a close call because both Barrett and Ahmed, I believe, were inside there.
Baruch has to do a better job of denying the ball into Blair. Put your hand up.
And Brooks at the line to shoot 2. Off on the first.
Yeah, whether it's Brooks or Blair, deny the ball. Don't let him get that easy position down low. Even with Redwood, deny the ball from them.
And Brooks able to knock down the second to extend it to a 3-point lead. 9 minutes remaining here in the game. 45-42, Baruch trail. You're watching Baruch Basketball YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats.
I think this is Shannon Barrett time.
Now Arias swings it around. Over to Ahmed, now back up top to Arias, over into Spayu. Spayu looking for an option to give it to Barrett. But now Ahmed gets it, hand off to Barrett. Up top to Arias. The ball movement looking nice for Baruch. Spayu thinks about the 3, instead trying to find Barrett in the paint, but the pass is overthrown. And I think they're trying to force it there a little bit to Barrett.
Yeah, tough angle. But again, they're looking for Barrett. And when you look for Barrett, usually good things happen.
Now Chan has it up top. Covered there by Spayu. She gives it over to Aries. Now inside to Redwood. Redwood catches, gives it outside. LaSalle. LaSalle closed out by Marion Thopoulos. Her 3's off. Spayu comes away with the rebound. Quickly into the front court, and you like to see Baruch get an easy shot opportunity here, and not as they were about to almost throw the ball away. Ahmed gives off to Marion Thopoulos, trying to find Barrett, who's now double teamed.
Okay, who's your second option if Barrett's double teamed?
And the foul's going to be on there. Her 3rd, Daniela Arias. And her 4th. So now all 3 of probably your best offensive weapons have 4 fouls.
Yeah, this is when the experience and the leadership have to come in and really be smart. You know, don't foul.
As Redwood gets it inside, able to finish against Ahmed, who's, like you said, Joe, making sure that she did not foul.
Once again, the interior part of Baruch's defense turned their back. You can't do that because you can't see the ball and you can't see the player.
As Ahmed turns it over there, can't corral that pass, and Baruch trailing by 5, give the ball back to City College.
Under control.
Chan has it up top. She's covered by Aries. Gives it off to Aries, back to Chan. Now inside to Redwood, outside to Aries. 3 ball, no good. And Barrett comes away with it, and City College shooting abysmally from downtown.
Big possession here. Baruch down by 5. They need to cut into that and go on a little run here.
City College right now 0 of 14 from downtown after going 0 of 8 in the first half, now 0 and 6 here in the second.
But they've done some work down low, and that's made up for the lack of 3.
Arias to inbound, gives it over to Spayu, right wing, back to Arias. Her 3 way short. Saw it right from the release that it was not going to get close. Redwood comes away with the rebound, and Chan will bring it into the front court.
Not a good shot.
Now Zulo has it, gives it up to Redwood up top. Zulo, left wing, covered by Spayu. Dangerous pass there to LaSalle. And the ball movement by City College. The ball's flying around the offensive end. Redwood's layup, no good. Nice post move there. Rebounded by Brooks, able to finish over Marion Thopoulos and Arias. Baruch trailing by 7 now with 6.5 coming in on the 4th quarter. Barrett turnaround jumper off glass is good. Nice shot there by Shannon Barrett.
Okay, well that Baruch needs more of that.
Finding Barrett in the soft spot of the zone, allow her to hit a nice bank shot as Redwood's able to finish, and Barrett really not able to put her all into that defensive effort, knowing she's on 4 fouls.
Yeah, Redwood has done that time and time again in this game. Once she gets position, she turns and has that easy look.
Now Ahmed gives it outside to Marianthopoulos. Over to Arias now up top. Arias 3-0 around and not down. It falls out as Shannon Barrett hits the deck, and she's hobbling on as she makes her way down the court. And Brooks able to catch it inside, able to knock down the layup. And Baruch really playing a poor second half here. Only 10 points for them in the second half.
Yeah, Brooks isn't really doing anything special to get the ball. She's just standing there, and the ball's coming into her hands.
Pull-up jumper by Ahmed's no good, and Redwood, comes away with the rebound. City College are going to push it into the front court. Chan has the ball. She's picked up by Arias. Ball's worked inside to Brooks, trying to find Redwood even further inside, but her ball's tipped away by Spayu. And now Spayu's bounce pass attempt to Arias is a kick ball. Smart play there, though, because it looked like it was going to be a 2-on-1 transition opportunity.
Yeah, Baruch, every possession now is growing more important as City College expands their lead.
Now Arias gives it up to Spayu up top, so Ahmed has the ball. Trying to find options. Looks like Baruch's kind of clustered inside the paint.
Yeah, Arias is the quarterback.
Spayu to drive, gives it off. Ahmed now, the pull-up jumper, no good. It's going to be rebounded by Chan with 4:45 remaining. Baruch trail by 9.
Yeah, Ahmed hasn't been able to knock any shots down since early on.
Chan covered by Arias on the cymbal. Over to LaSalle, tries to find Brooks inside, does. She's able to turn, able to knock down the baseline jumper over Barrett, and it's going to be a timeout for Baruch. 55-44 City College lead. With 4:27 remaining. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats.
No one ever won a race because it was their turn. And guzzling the right sports drink never won all 3 sets. You can't talk your way through a tournament, and luck doesn't last. Real champions know that it takes more to do more, because wanting it just isn't good enough. You've got to be smarter, faster, tougher. After all, if championships were easy, everybody would have one. City University of New York Athletic Conference. Learn, play, succeed.
And welcome back, 4:27. Baruch trailing by 11 and only 10 points in the second half, and you have to say offensive efficiency really letting them down here for the Bearcats.
Yeah, but City College has, just found a way to execute and build a lead.
Price's shot is blocked as she tries to put an extra dribble in there. Crystal Blair the whole length of the court, and then she gives it off to LaSalle to lay it in. Now Arias will bring it to the front court, and the foul will be on Blair. The foul will be on Zulo, and it'll be side out across the way from us. So 4 minutes remaining here. Baruch trail by 13, and so far letting the opportunity slip away, Joe.
Yeah, the play of Brooks started to multiply and helped build this lead for City College. Baruch had no answer for the interior play of City College here in the second half.
And bounce pass inside. Back out to Spayu. Now Arias has it. Right wing. He's working on Zulo. Gives it up to Spayu. She's covered by LaSalle. Back to Arias. Arias pull up 3. No good. Rebounded by Barrett, though, and Baruch will get a fresh 30. Arias drives. Right hand floater. No good. Rebounded, tipped around, and Blair comes away with it. Baruch not finding anything to drop here in the second half.
Yeah, Arias had a tough angle with that one-hander.
And Chan has it now. Now Chan has the ball up top. Ball inside to Brooks. Outside now to LaSalle. 3 ball by LaSalle, able to rattle it home. And extending the lead now to 16, and it's gotten away from Baruch here in the second half.
Yeah, you could see it slipping away, Dave, at the beginning of the half, and it just has continued.
Nice shot there by Spayu from the elbow. able to knock it down.
Everything working for City College.
Chan now covered by Arias up top. Gives it inside to Blair at the free throw line. Blair just turns on Barrett, drives right by her, and able to finish. And Barrett really unable to do much with the foul trouble. At this point, you may want to just put a knock on somebody just to let them know that you're still there.
Yeah, Blair has had a couple of easy baskets created by one dribble. She did that in the first half. But Baruch, the air has come out of their tire here, so to speak.
Now Brooks gives it off to LaSalle. Corner three, no good, way off as Baruch come away with that. Now Arias has it right underneath, but she gets closed down. Now Price gets the ball back up top to Arias, covered by LaSalle. Spyu now right wing three. No good, rebounded by DeBoard. Gives it over to Price. Back up top to Spyu, and Arias has the ball for Baruch and will set up the offense. Inside to DeBoard. Now Spyu thinks about the shot. Gives it off to Barrett. Now Arias has it. Swung around. Corner three by Price. Way long. Spyu gets the rebound, though, and able to finish off glass to cut it back to 12 with a minute and a half remaining.
Yeah, Spyu's still playing.
And now Deborah Chan has it in the front court for City College. Gives it off to Brooks. Back to Chan. Bounce pass inside to Blair. She's blocked by Barrett. And Baruch, a minute and 15 remaining, have a chance to push. Almost turn it over there. Spyu now thinks about the three. Nope, gives it off to Arias. Corner three. No good, but Barrett rebounds the ball, and she's fouled. So it'll be ball underneath for Baruch with a minute and 5 remaining, trailing by 12.
Yeah, in the final minute, if you're Baruch, you just want to continue to play hard. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just have really good possessions now. Let stuff carry over into the next game.
Now Arias up top to Spyu. And Baruch does have to score quick, though, because they need points in a hurry. Now Barrett straight away three, able to knock it down. Nice shot there by Shannon Barrett. 62-53 with a minute remaining.
Yeah, great rhythm. Arias to a moving Barrett. That's a great formula.
Now bounce pass into Brooks. Brooks always looking nonchalant when she catches the ball. Now Zulo three, no good. And it goes out of bounds. And Baruch with 40 seconds left, down by 9. Need a bucket here to even give themselves an opportunity.
Yeah, you just want to keep playing hard.
Bounce pass, now Barrett has it. Barrett three ball, knocks it down. Shannon Barrett back-to-back threes. And it's a 6-point game with 28.5 seconds left. And Baruch have to foul, and they do. It'll be Deborah Chan going to the line. But a couple clutch threes from Shannon Barrett.
Yeah, when your leader steps up like that, only good things happen like that. Because remember, it's now in this game, but it's a carryover.
And they still need to inbound the ball here because City College not yet in the bonus. And Price will put the foul on Chan as Arias and Barrett both as far away from the ball as possible in this situation, both with the 4 fouls. So 23 seconds left. Baruch trail 62-56 in a game that was all for them in the first half, but has gotten a little bit away from them here in the second half, trying to make this mount this comeback. As Deborah Chan knocks down the first 7-point lead.
Yeah, the interior play of City College really created things and allowed for this change in momentum in the second half.
And it's going to be a timeout for Baruch. And it's going to be a full timeout. So with 23 seconds left, Baruch trail 64-56. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats. Don't forget to tune in on Tuesday. We have the doubleheader against Lehman College. First at 5:30, the women will play, and then again at 7:30, the men will play. So if you're on campus, come down. If you're able to tune in, definitely tune in. But, Joe, this has been a tale of two halves for the Lady Bearcats.
Yeah, but I like the last two possessions. Shannon Barrett emerging with 2 big threes, taking over. And I keep saying that it's not necessarily what's happening in this game, but it's the carryover. Hopefully she takes these last couple of positive plays and, brings it out in the games to come.
So a big story has to be the amount of free throws that City College have been able to hit. 11 of 14 so far here in the second half. Really a difference maker, especially keep sending Redmond back to the line where she's been able to knock down some big free throws.
But it all started with the ability of the interior players to get position and make plays, forcing fouls.
And Barrett's three is no good, and the foul's going to be on number 15, Melinda Spayu, as Ashley Brooks will go to the line, and that probably will do it, I believe, for Melinda Spayu. That is her fifth.
Foul is on number 15, Melinda Spayu.
Well, Dave, Linda Spayu in this game, she did her usual, high energy stuff, but she just didn't seem to get into a rhythm. And a lot of fouls that weren't necessarily, bad fouls because, she's always so active. But she just never got into that rhythm that we've seen from her, and that rhythm would lead to her making offensive plays.
Excuse me, that was her fourth foul, so she's still in the game with 10 seconds remaining. Arias quickly to drive into the paint, 65-58.
Arias with a good look because she got into the paint where she does very well.
And that'll do it here at the Arc Arena. City College 65, Baruch 58. And Joe, it's a heartbreaking loss if you're a member of the Bearcats because you had the game at halftime and you were probably not that close here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what happened is instead of Baruch coming out with a lot of steam, they came out flat and they allowed City College to figure out what they needed to do. And City College did not waste any time, and they felt like, wow, we get Brooks down low, we'll be effective. We get Blair down low, we'll be effective. We get Redwood down low, we'll be effective. And that's exactly what happened. And also, Baruch hurt themselves with some errant passes, turnovers, and they never found a way to get going offensively.
I mean, you're talking about you have Redwood with 17, Brooks with 15, and then Blair with 13. Your three, bigs, if you want to say, for City College. It's going to be tough for Baruch to win games when you let that many points go in from inside the paint.
Yeah. And Baruch never did anything to say, okay, City College, you're going up, we'll come right back. They let themselves kind of sit, and then the lead got away. And then just at the end there, Barrett making some really critical threes, but again, too late. But on the positive side, you have to look back at the first half, beginning of the game for Baruch. They came out with great ball movement. Last game we worked together. I said that Arias and Spayu had added another dimension at the top, that the interior needed to do some work. The interior did some things in the first half in terms of clogging things up and making it difficult for City College. But then the second half, they allowed for too much work by City College. So every game you look to take away some positives. And in this game, I take away a good beginning for Baruch, really good ball movement. But, again, second half, they went into a down period and never recovered.
25 team fouls for Baruch. How much of an impact was that, sending City College to the line where they shot, 12 of 16 and 75% for the half.
You're giving gifts out. It's like Christmas. You're giving gifts out all over the place, and those points amount. So, again, City College went to work down low and also went to the foul line, and Baruch just didn't provide any type of opposition. So that's really a summary of what happened. Very easy now. Now, going forward, you got to have a short memory if you're Baruch. Put this game aside. It hurts. But tomorrow, anything can happen, and it's about getting everything right for the playoffs, okay? Because, again, everybody's 0-0. So what can we take away from this game? And we learned about, good ball movement leads to good things, staying home defensively, and Shannon Barrett emerging when you need her. So those are the good things. The other thing is, again, what happened at the beginning of the second half. You got to really correct that.
And Shannon Barrett, 7 of 16 18 points, then that hits her average. But in theory, I mean, she had 12 until the last minute of the game. Not really able to find her shot tonight.
I thought that in the second half, Daniela Arias would really take the team on her shoulders and ride them to a victory. That's what we got out of the first half. That didn't happen. And so there was no second option.
Right. And we see Dara playing the full 40. You have Arias playing the full 40. Granted, veteran leadership on the team, but at some point they faded down, the team as a whole faded down the fourth quarter, led by them too. How big is that lack of depth maybe on this team that's not allowing them to get any rest during the first half of the season? You're seeing some tired legs here in this latter half of the year.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it, but I think we've said this, next man up. Baruch is always looking for there was an earlier game when Ahmad wasn't making shots and somebody had to come up and take her place. So I think that everybody's tied at this particular point in the season, whether you have a lot of depth or you don't. It's just that experience of, okay, it's not working for Barrett. Who's next? It's not working for Arias. It's not working for Ahmad. Who can come up and give us production? So fatigue is a factor on every level. And the thing about it, the mental aspect comes in. Okay, you're tired. Things are not working for you, but you have to find another way to get it done.
It all compounds, especially on tired legs. It's not very easy.
No. And these players don't have the luxury of going into fancy ice baths, after.
They go home, shower, and they have to do it tomorrow in practice.
Right, have a bag of Doritos in a Subway, and, it's tomorrow. But I really like the feel of the Baruch Bearcat team. I think their coaching is solid. And I really believe every game is going to have a different storyline, okay? So one game bad, one game good. But once again, the experiences, your freshmen are learning, and you're learning on the job, and you still have the leadership in Barrett and Arias. So there's a lot of positives. The negatives are have a short memory, okay? A loss hurts, but we get to play another game, and you got to love competitive sports.
Well, speaking about another game, like we said, coming into this, City College, a game and a half above Baruch in the standings for the CUNYAC. Now with 6 games left after this one tonight, it might be that Baruch's looking a little bit who's behind them now rather than how can we catch up to the people above us. Yeah,
but like I said, I liked what I saw in the first half. I hope that Baruch, make note of that. And they go into practice and get ready for the next game, and it's 0-0. But again, like you collect baseball cards, keep collecting the things that you've done well this season and, really come out with confidence and really build on those things.
I feel like it's easy for us to say as bystanders. The thing is, the way they've played that second half, I can see them a lot of hanging heads in that locker room right now. If you're Baruch, you're talking about 13 second-half turnovers and allowing a City College team to get to the free throw line 16 times.
Well, that's why sometimes in the postgame you can't really harp on the negative. You just got to get right into your positive mode and say, okay, we did this and that, but we got to have a good practice. A lot of good things come out of good practices. Your leadership. Hey, don't worry, we're going to be better next time.
Right, and I think this is a great stretch of the season where they may be having some inconsistencies to really see what they're made out of, especially mentally within that locker room.
And there's a lot of great tradition here at Baruch. There's a lot of pride, especially in the women's and men's side of things, and you really have to keep throwing at the players. And say this is tradition, this is pride. We're going to be good. That's why the history plays into a lot of so much great games in the postseason in CUNY from the men's side and the women's side. So all of this has got to get you excited,
especially with a very young team, and Baruch has a lot of future on this ladies basketball team.
Yeah, we've seen great play from the freshmen, Spayu, DeBourne. So, again, I know the loss hurts, but I see a lot of good things to look forward to if you're Baruch fans. Keep tuning in.
So that's going to wrap the women's game. We have about 20 minutes for the men's tip-off. Once again, your final score, City College 65, Baruch 58. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats. Definitely tune in. The men will be tipping off. We'll be back in 15 minutes for our men's pregame.